Yo, yo.
Yo, what up? What up?
Quick live, you guys. We are in Newark, New Jersey right now, live from the hotel room. Where we at, bro? We are at
This is the Marriott Convoy.
the Marriott Convoy, man. Quick live, you guys. We haven't been live for like, 2-3 days. So we wanted to just do a quick update, you guys. We will be live today, covering the entire game from Lake Como, New Jersey at Bar Anticipation. Man, Shieldmore's in the building, bro.
Yes, sir.
Me, my brother Big Mike, Wasted Talent, Hammer's House, man. We will be live all day today covering the Raiders, Carolina Panthers matchup, man. Must win, bro. You already know, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. No intro needed, you guys. We're in a lobby at a hotel, so we're trying to keep it down a little bit. But salute to everybody here in the building. Hey, hard on, man. Hammer's pants are okay. Somehow, some way, he found a way to take them off. He changed them. He got baggier yesterday. I don't know how it happened, but you got the way y'all talked. Them jeans got baggier yesterday, bro.
Yeah, they were gone.
They got baggier, man.
I don't think we'll be seeing those again.
No, I think them shits is burned somewhere, man. But you already know, man. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Break them thumbs if you're watching on Big Mike's channel, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. Get some questions in, man. Let's do some Q&A stuff. We haven't got a chance to talk about Malcolm Koonce yet being gone for the season. You know, we kind of alluded to that being on shows prior that we were hearing rumblings about him being gone for the season.
Right.
How do you feel right now, man, about our second edge rusher, man, a guy that was on a contract year, expecting to do some big damage for us this year? How you feeling right now, man?
Man, you know, it's devastating news, man. I feel bad for him. I know this is a money year for him.
Yeah, man.
He was trying to get paid, and I thought he was well-deserved of getting paid. Right now, all leverage is on the Raiders side as far as that goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the situation is going to be at the end of the season like, okay, we'll give you your money, but you got to prove it.
Yeah.
We'll give you a 1-year deal, maybe not the money he's looking for, almost like a franchise tag-ish type of deal.
Heavily incentivized too.
Yeah, a lot of incentives, but not necessarily that high money you would get from a franchise tag.
Yeah.
He's going to get something below that franchise tag for that 1 year, and see if he can prove and stay healthy.
It hurts, man. You know what I mean? We expected this kid to take the league by storm this year. Good thing is, you guys, Tyree Wilson will be available today, right on time. How you feeling right now, man? I know we all a lot of people in the nation have given up on the whole Tyree Wilson experiment. I mean, how are you feeling, man? I mean, do you expect him to do anything today, or do you think J-Rob's going to be the starter opposite of Maxx?
I think J-Rob can have a similar year as Malcolm Koonce did his second half of the year. Man, we couldn't wait, bro. We couldn't wait,
man.
Hey, but I think that he's gonna have a similar year to Malcolm Koonce that second half of the year last year.
Yeah,
and they will be talking about Janarius Robinson possibly getting that payday. So Koonce, this might diminish his chance to get paid too, especially if Janarius Robinson does his thing. Tyree Wilson finally shows up. Like it kind of diminishes that value.
Yeah.
So. But this is all advantageous to the Raiders as far as, organization in the future, because you can sign him and not pay him as much money, especially since you got guys depth-wise who can do just as good as he does. So
definitely,
that it's spotlights on Janarius Robinson, but the bigger spotlights on Tyree Wilson because he was our 7th overall pick.
Yeah.
So the expectations are a lot higher. So he's got to show up today if he's trying to make a name for himself.
I want some pass rushing ability from him, man. Not just playing the run. He plays the run well. He's a strong dude, bro. Like big body, defensive end, but you got to get some pass rush on the opposite of Maxx and Christian Wilkins, man. Definitely.
The problem with him is he just doesn't get to the quarterback, bro. Like, and the thing is if he's not going to get to the quarterback, he's definitely got to. Yeah, that helps. If he's not going to get to the quarterback, he's got to at least use that length, best balls down, pause if necessary. But, you got to make sure you put the hands up, disrupt in that sort of way.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess, if he can't get to the quarterback, that has to be the way for him to make a stamp in this game.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. And yes, Maxx was questionable, but it was never in question that he was going to play. I mean, that's Maxx Crosby.
This is a dude that played with a knee that
had fluid in it and could have died from it.
Yeah. And, come on, a little, what was it, ankle or whatever? Like, he wasn't. She was all right.
People were kind of hinting at him limping after the game, the big dub against Baltimore. But I mean, I don't think that anybody really ever questioned if Maxx Crosby was going to play. Right. Christian Wilkins was questionable as well. It looks like he's going to play. Who are you looking at? In terms of some big production, man. Maybe a surprise player today, maybe a breakout player today, man. Like a kid, like maybe a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, can Trey Tucker finally show up today? We haven't seen a big Trey Tucker game yet this year.
Yeah, I mean, you saw a little bit with the jet sweeps with him last game. I see him getting more involved in the offense, whether it's a jet sweep, maybe screens, things like that.
Yeah.
But first things first, man, we got to get the running game started.
Bingo.
We got to get the running game started. We got to get Zamir White on track. We got to get him. I expect him to have a pretty big game.
Yeah.
Their second worst in running defense. I mean, it's a small sample size, but so far they've shown that they can't stop the run.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta definitely get the run started because we haven't all season.
They don't have a great defensive line at all either, bro.
Yeah, no.
Sean Robinson. They have Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, they have a mid a lot.
Yeah.
A defensive line.
It's the whole roster's mid at this point. I mean, it's in terms of NFL standards, they're probably the worst.
Yeah.
But as far as the run game goes, they got to get that started, and then we got to see. I want to see JPJ.
Yeah.
I want to see JPJ. Hopefully he comes out, and this O-line has to also play better. So build the momentum on this game. If they can get some momentum started, maybe we'll see something. Maybe turn around with that.
What would you expect from JPJ? Let's just say, because he will be active today. It sounds like AP was kind of hinting at the fact that if he's a betting man, JPJ, our second rounder out of Oregon, is going to see some time today. Yeah. What do you expect? Because we kind of seen that left guard position up in the air, right? Cody gets gets benched. Andres Pete comes in. Pete gets benched. They put Cody back in. I mean, do you see some real rep from JPJ today, or do you think he's just going to be active? And do they give him a shot?
So I say whoever starts at guard, if it's not JPJ, they got the shortest leash in the world. So if that one series goes, if they come out in that first series and they lay an egg, you bounce.
Yeah.
We already saw it last week. White hair.
Yeah.
He got bounced. Pete, and then he got bounced.
Yeah.
Like they kept switching it up. So, if the leash is short, if one of those two, whoever starts, doesn't get it done, then we're going to see JPJ. But I don't think he's going to start. I think he's going to play.
Okay.
But if he does start, great. But I think that they're going to still roll with white hair, and then he's going to lay an egg at some point, and they're going to be like, all right, JPJ, it's time.
Look, I'm waiting on it.
Yeah,
I'm waiting on it.
We've both been waiting.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about him a lot during the draft process, specifically me and you, bro. We were high on Jackson Powers Johnson. Let me ask you, do you think that any of these guys that have been inactive thus far, the Tyree McAllister, who had a big preseason for us. He's a major playmaker. The Dylan Laubies of the world that we have not been able to see yet.
Right.
Do you think that these guys would be active today?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think Tyree McAllister, he's a special teams guy just in case somebody else goes down. Say if somebody goes down, knock on wood, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be a guy that comes in active, the following week, right? As far as Dylan Laube goes, he's still kind of trying to get acclimated, get up to speed.
Yeah.
But I expect to see him in the later part of the season.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's where I see him.
What about with Divine Diablo dealing with that concussion, oblique injury? Do you see us potentially having an Amari Gaynor sighting today? I think that's going to be Tommy Eichenberg and Luke Masterson, kind of that 1-2 punch opposite of Spill. But do you think that we'll see any Ferrari today for the first time outside of just special teams?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be the same way as Dylan Laube. Like, kind of get him up to speed, get him ready to go later on in the season. But we're going to see Masterson. It's going to be Masterson. Hopefully we see Eichenberg. I mean, that's another guy that we haven't seen all season.
Yeah.
So, those two guys are going to be a 1-2 punch with them, and then maybe Amari Gaynor on minimal plays, but I don't expect to see much from him.
36-year-old Andy Dalton's coming in, man. This is one of the worst offensive – both sides of the football, one of the worst rosters that he's been a part of.
Yeah.
What do you expect out of him today, man? And do you think that it's feast season, man? Do you think that Jack Jones or Jacorian can finally put up a pick early, in week 3?
This is the game where we're going to finally get into plus territory as far as turnovers go. The first 2 games, they played elite football on defense as far as stopping guys.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen the turnovers that we expected.
Mm-hmm.
This is the game where we see sacks, turnovers, short fields for the offense. And that's going to be the key to winning. Shorter fields, the offense doesn't have to do much.
Yeah.
They're dealing with shorter drives. and getting points on the board from that. Like that's what I'm expecting. But the defense, I expect at least 2-3 turnovers, at least 3 or 4 sacks, at least.
You know what? I'm gonna put one out there, man. I think Christian Wilkins is due for a big game. Yeah. I mean, he's been all over the place. Don't get him fucked up. You know, he's been all over the place. Yeah. He's been a major, intricate, part of that defensive line next to Maxx. Yeah. But man, why not? Get to the quarterback a few times. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Right. Force a fumble or something.
Yeah, the defensive tackle position, typically, they're there to do a job. Yeah. They're not going to have the wowing stats in most cases unless you're like an Aaron Donald or something like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're worried about so much going on in the edge, you forget what's going on the inside. Yeah. So you're absolutely right. Yeah. This could be the week that we see our interior, not just
Adam Butler as well.
Adam Butler. Yeah. They both take care of business, and get on the board as far as sacks go.
What do these safeties need to do, man, to get it together? It seems like Marcus Epps is like he starts off fast in these games. Yeah. He's all over the place, man. A missile in terms of the tackling ability, and then like it's kind of like later in the game, but Merrick is just he hasn't really done anything. Yeah. I mean, at some point, do you see a Palomau getting more reps? I mean, do you? Our young pup, 7th rounder out of, Air Force is out, for the foreseeable future. Right. I mean, but do you see these guys somehow, some way picking it up against this lowly Carolina Panthers offense?
Yeah, if anybody's going to get the turnovers, they're not going to throw it to Jack Jones. I don't think Jack Jones is going to be the guy to get the turnovers. Yeah. He's a guy now that you avoid.
Yeah.
You're going to look at his stats at the end of the season and be like, damn, like he didn't really do much. But that's because,
they weren't looking his way.
They're not looking his way.
Yeah.
So saying that, like, it's going to be the second. It's going to be those safety that's going to get those turnovers in this game, and I expect Epps to get one of those turnovers.
Okay, I got Jacorian with one for sure.
Yeah, Jacorian. If they're not going to throw to Jack Jones, they're going to throw to Jacorian. Yeah. I mean, they already tested him last game, and he responded very well. So, Jacorian get on the board. I think Epps or Merrick is going to get on the board as far as turnover.
Okay, and then you're a film guy, bro. We know this. Like the nation knows you love to break down film. Yep. We haven't talked a lot. I mean, this kid has been phenomenal this year for us, but we haven't talked a lot about Nate Hobbs. What have you seen from him early on in these first 2 weeks? I want to say star nickel because he has that ability. It's just he has not been able to stay durable enough. You know what I mean? And we want to see more from him in coverage as well because he's just one of the greatest downhill tacklers, bro. Yeah. Probably the second best tackler that we have outside of Maxx Crosby.
We were talking about it, man. Like, about Nate Hobbs and his ability to kind of go downhill and make plays. If we had that same ability with Divine Diablo, he'd be the best linebacker in the league.
And no one would be able to run the football.
Yeah, nobody would be able to run the football. So, as far as Nate Hobbs goes, he's going to keep doing what he does, right? Like, if you don't hear much from him, to me, that's a good sign. It's a good sign, especially from a corner position. If you don't hear their name, it's like they're doing a job, right? And at the nickel cornerback, if you're not hearing his name, that means that they're also not throwing it to him either.
Yeah.
So and that's the thing with Nate Hobbs is that he's good for stopping the run, being that force in the box. But in the passing game, we haven't heard anything from him. Yeah. To me, I think that's a good thing.
No, that's excellent point, bro. You're definitely right.
I think with Nate Hobbs, maybe he gets on the board too. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
Nate Hobbs, Epps kind of duo.
I like that
one. So that and Maxx Crosby, he's going to do his thing. But I think that they're going to really emphasize trying to stop him and slow him down.
Yeah,
and he also has the ankle too, so he's not going to be at 100%. So it's going to be everybody else, right? It's going to be that interior, getting their issue in, and Janarius Robinson getting his issue in. Hopefully Tyree Wilson. But that's how I see this defense.
As a football mind, does your philosophy change defensively if you're Patrick Graham, knowing that they're pivoting from Bryce Young, who has a different game and a different skill set than Andy Dalton? How do you approach this game if you're Patrick Graham?
Even more aggressive.
Yeah, exactly.
Even more aggressive. I mean, Andy Dalton has proven that he's not a legitimate starter. He's a guy that can come in and relieve.
Yeah.
So in that kind of situation, you got to test him.
Yeah.
You got to test him. Hey, go ahead and throw the ball.
Yeah.
Under pressure.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna throw it at you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't do that, then you're gonna get burnt.
Yeah.
And if you do, all right, we'll make adjustments. But originally, you got to come in there real aggressive, send the blitz, send Spillane, do things, do some stunts. Get really aggressive and force turnovers. I think that's how they're going to do it. They're going to be real aggressive. send the blitz. Quarterback's going to be under pressure. He's going to throw errant balls, and then it's going to be turnover season. So that's kind of how I see it.
What do you expect from this Carolina offense? I mean, Andy Dalton's 36 years old. He hasn't had any real reps in this. They have some unproven talent. Xavier Legette, we are a big fan of him out of South Carolina. Hasn't had a chance to really take off yet. He's still young. Jonathan Mingo, a guy I was big on coming out of Ole Miss a year or so ago. They have Chuba Hubbard. They have Miles Sanders, who's been bad for him. Since coming over from Philadelphia, even though that O-line was really not helping them out early on, right? What do you expect out of this offense? They're statistically one of the worst offenses in the NFL up to this point. They haven't really been able to get the ground game. I think they're 29th in the ground game. We're worst. I think we're the worst, number 32 in the league right now in terms of rushing the football. But what do you expect from this offense?
They're gonna be, I wouldn't say basic, but they're not gonna throw their most like intricate type of offense at you. Like, it's a guy. I mean, if you are gonna do something intricate, Andy Dalton is the right guy to do it. He's been a seasoned guy in the league. He knows how to operate. So I will say that about him, but he just doesn't have the skill set to kind of maintain that. I can see them trying to bring those scripted plays. Originally try to throw the Raiders off a little bit. But, as the game progresses, there's going to be a situation where they're going to kind of go back to square one.
I think you got to keep an eye on Adam Thielen. Keep an eye on the veteran. Andy Dalton's a veteran. He knows what Adam Thielen can still do from the slot. Keep an eye on him. I think that's going to be Andy Dalton's security blanket today. He's going to look at the veteran, the guy that's proven, and the leader on that offensive side of the ball. Keep an eye on Adam Thielen, you guys, whether it's Hobbs, whoever we got, keeping an eye on him. Keep an eye on him because he is a guy that can still at 32, 33 years old, somewhere around there. He's still a phenomenal athlete.
He's still dangerous. And, another guy on the other side, we just talked about him, Xavier Legette. The more games go by, the better he's going to get. That's just any rookie, right? But a guy his level, we talked about him like, hey, that'd have been somebody we would have looked at, maybe in the second, third round. He ended up being picked in the early second. But, with him, I think that he's going to get like exponentially better as games progress.
Definitely.
He might be their number one receiver when it's all said and done.
And they still have Deontay Johnson. We haven't talked about him, the young kid that they moved, some draft capital from Pittsburgh to bring him over in free agency.
So they got weapons. They got weapons. The O-line and quarterback seem to be the problem right now at this point. So it might be a step up from what we saw with Bryce Young, but it's still not going to be that step up to where they make a big difference, especially against this defense.
Salute to Savage Raider, man, gifting 5 OLV Raider Nation memberships. Salute to my guys. Didn't put the link in the description, you guys, today. We're running on no time right now. We're actually about to be heading out to Lake Como here in a second to cover the game at Bar Anticipation. Salute to Lewis. Game day. I have a feeling this game will be tighter than Hammer's pants, unfortunately. Salute. Hey, man, those pants went viral, bro. Hey, Wasted said something the other day. He said he was going to post a picture, right, and say, you want to know how tight Shieldmore is? And I was going to make a meme, you guys. Remember, I was going to do the Hammer pants in the 80s, 90s, the baggy parachute pants, Hammer's pants in the 2000s. Tighter than a vice grip, you know what I mean? So salute to our guy Hammer, man. Salute to Ty Davis. For those on the East Coast that couldn't go to Vegas, come out to Bar A for Jersey Shore Takeover, Bar A, Lake Como, New Jersey, hosted by Shieldmore family, man. Salute to my guy Ty Davis, my brother. Appreciate you as always. What do you expect, man, from our guy right now? First in completion percentage, second in passing yards in the NFL, Gardner Minshew, man. What do you expect from him today? And do you think that him and that Brock Bowers connection is going to continue to develop today? Because Carolina's one of the only teams in the NFL, Mike, that have given up multiple touchdowns to tight ends. You have to expose those, those linebackers, keep them up. But this is a big, this could be a potential big game for Brock Bowers.
Yeah, it could. But he's on notice now. Everybody knows who he is now. I mean, if they didn't know before, they know for sure now. And I think because of that, he might get some special treatment. Little cloud coverages, bracket. That's usually reserved for Devontae Adams. But they're looking at Devontae Adams like, okay, we're gonna have to shift over, sometime to Brock Bowers because he's equally a threat at this point. And because of that, I think that Michael Mayer should be. Especially since they're giving up, a bunch of yardage, bunch of big plays to tight ends.
Michael Mayer.
Let's continue that trend let's get Michael Mayer going. We haven't seen much of him this season. He's been getting a few receptions here and there, but I think that he's in for a big game, even a touchdown. I've been saying this every week. I've been waiting for him to kind of break out.
Yeah.
And that'll add a whole new wrinkle to what we're doing on offense. Because if you have to deal with 2 tight ends, just imagine what this offense can look like when defenses have to prepare for 2 tight ends legitimately.
Yeah.
So
another name to keep an eye on, Jacoby Myers. If they're going to lock in on Devontae as well on the outside, keep an eye on Jacoby.
Yep.
I'm still waiting on him to have a big game.
Yep.
This could be one of those weeks where Michael Mayer and Jacoby can be those guys because Brock and Devontae are going to be the main focus.
Yeah.
And maybe we can get a Trey Tucker sighting today. Gardner started to show signs of life in the passing game last week in that second half. Maybe we can see stretching the field a little bit today and see a Trey Tucker sighting.
What you see usually with this offense, especially with Minshew, is like they're doing a lot of high percentage throws.
Yeah.
And a better high percentage throw is getting your speedster the ball in short
distance situations,
bubble screens, screens, just get the ball in his hand, jet sweeps, things like that. Like Trey Tucker is, maybe he's due for another game too. Maybe he's due for a big game, especially the short screens. Like Minshew seems to be managing this game very well these last 2 games. Completion percentage is high. He's second in the league in yards. So I can see him continuing that same trend, higher percentage throws, going downfield when he needs to, if he needs to at this point, and then just getting a lot of yards after the catch.
Outside of that, abandoning the run in the second half against the Baltimore Ravens because it wasn't working, right? Did you see any difference in Luke Getsy's system? Like, what was there any different play calling that kind of caught your eye a little bit in terms of, because we've been seeing these just, it's been kind of a dink and dunk type of offense, thus far. Did you see anything different in that second half?
Yeah, going vertical.
Yeah. Okay.
They went vertical. They took more risk downfield.
A lot of boundary, man. Devontae out there on the boundary.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think they figured out what was working. And I know that they wanted to go run first to set up the pass, but it seems like this
it's going to be opposite.
It's going to be the opposite. We're going to see a good flip. Like, hey, they're going to start respecting the passing game. They're going to drop another safety.
Yeah.
They've been bringing that safety up and putting 8 men in the box. Now you got to drop that safety. And that's a perfect time to hit them with the run. Yeah. But this offensive line has to take care of business too.
Yeah.
Like that.
Do you see the difference with the personnel that we have? And you love the offensive line. You a trench guy. Do you see with the personnel that we have, should we shift, from that zone, like should we get out of that with the personnel that we have? Because Zeus really isn't his own. He's not really his own running back.
Yeah, especially, for people that don't really know like the difference
zone and power.
Yeah, so for power, right, especially in a running back's perspective, like they're hitting a hole. Yeah. Right. And they don't necessarily have to be as patient. But when you're in a zone scheme, you're waiting for lanes to open. So you got to be real patient. Zamir White isn't that.
He's not that
type of running.
I don't think he has the vision for it, and that's no knock on him. That's just not his game.
Right. Like if we had somebody similar to, think back like not too long ago, like a dude from the Steelers, running back from the Steelers.
Tomorrow, right now?
No. Anyways.
Bell.
Yeah,
Le'Veon Bell. Yeah. Oh my God, he was different with the vision. He was so patient behind his own line, allowed a play to develop.
He would literally stop in right in the middle of traffic and wait for a lane to open.
Yeah,
we don't get that from.
Yeah,
we don't get that from Zamir White.
Yeah.
So maybe you throw in some packages where I wouldn't say necessarily go away from your philosophy because it's too late for that, right?
Yeah.
And maybe you go with some of the power schemes in some certain plays, but we did see at the end of the game when they were icing the game, Zamir White showed up.
Yeah.
So maybe they figure something out as far as that goes. Maybe they need to stick with that.
Can you see a balance? Can you see them kind of tinkering with a little bit of zone and a little bit of power?
Yeah, you could do that. You can install a couple of plays here and there and make that work. So, that's kind of what I'm expecting, man. But hey guys, we got 448 in the building. Make sure you guys wipe your feet. Oh, I'm yelling. I'm not supposed to be yelling. Wipe them feet, man. Wipe them feet.
Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, break them thumbs. You guys hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet, man. Make sure you do it. Let me ask you this: the last thing on Zeus. If Zeus doesn't get out there, man, to perform against this bad Carolina team, man, do you shift and give Alexander Madison more reps? Do you start looking at the Dylan Lobbies of the world, potentially maybe looking at your practice squad with Sincere McCormick, just anything to start tinkering with that run game to get it going?
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was seeing with Lobby. Like maybe down the line he's that guy.
Yeah.
I think that he will fit good with the zone blocking scheme.
Yeah.
He seems a lot more patient and real shifty. He can. I
love it.
like that too. Yeah, same here, man. But maybe he's a guy that they're kind of like waiting, kind of unlocking him later down the season. Giving him some time. But yeah, and Amir Abdul is strictly a third down back at this point.
Yeah.
So
really, they kind of allocated him to special teams.
Yeah.
Really, and
we haven't really seen him much like offensively. Like
Well, that one. Remember when Luke? Oh my God, when Getsy put him out there on third down.
Yeah.
And they gave. I'm like, and you running them. I forgot what specific play it was. I'm like, if you're gonna do that, bro, like I think we needed a yard or so.
Yeah.
Give that to Zeus.
Right.
Give it to one of your power backs. Like I forgot what it was. What play it was. I forgot what it was, but I was pissed off, man.
I hate to say it, but whenever you see Amir Abdullah on the field on third down, you might as well get the punt team ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Because usually it's a third and long situation.
Yeah.
And
just trying to pick up whatever yards you can get, and yeah. No.
So that's I hate to say that about him because he's great, but as far as the run game goes, man, we need to find a guy that fits in good with this situation. But at this point, maybe install some things, maybe install some kind of power situation, to get Zamir White going, because right now he doesn't seem like he's a zone, wide zone type of running back.
James Craig and Joe Philbin, you guys are put on notice right now. That run game got to get going, and it all starts up front with that O-line, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. And wrong way, I had Brock with 2 tutties today. I had him with a big game today. Okay. I think he's leading the league in receiving yards in terms of tight ends. Yeah. He's having a phenomenal year early on. It's only going to get better, barring health. Please, Brock, stay healthy, man, because with you, this offense is totally different. Yeah. So, Big Mike, you guys has Mayer having a potential big game today. Yeah. Also, who'd you say on the defensive side of the football? Epps, okay. Marcus Epps having a big game. I got Jacorian Bennett with a breakout game today, potentially a pick. Spill, I think he's going to continue to just look so dominant at the linebacker position. The dude is playing out of his mind since he came over from Pittsburgh. Coverage, run. I mean, Spill is doing it all, bro. Yeah. I mean, at what point do you just say, you know what, let's pay this guy? Because Devon Diablo, he's not showing that I don't think he's going to be around next year.
Yeah, I pay him right now.
I would too.
Today, especially now because the dude's playing at all pro level right now. At the end of the season, if you wait, he does get that all pro status. He gets that official seal of approval.
Yeah.
Now you got to pay him as such.
Yeah.
So, maybe you pay him right now, so maybe you're not paying him as much later,
It's wasted right here.
So we got wasted.
Yo, you outside? Yo. Yeah, you outside? Yeah, we're going to get off right now. Here we go with this shit, bro. Hold on. We got our brother Wasted Talent in the building. Go ahead, man, and talk your shit.
Yo, listen, man. These 2 disrespectful motherfuckers wake me up. I come down here. I rush down here like a bat out of hell, and I'm waiting for them. Yo, what the F is going on here?
Hey, Wasted. Last I checked,
I'm about to get some coffee. Fuck both of y'all.
Hey, who was calling him?
I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts, man.
You called him first, right? Then I called him second. Yeah, now you want to man, get the hell out of here, Wasted. We're gonna be in front of the hotel waiting. What? All right, y'all, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. We're gonna do a quick 30 minutes, you guys. We will be live, probably a 4-hour long live at Bar Anticipation once the game starts. Salute to everybody in the building. Also, the Locker app. We're trying to find a way to connect that today, you guys, so we can do the first quarter of our first game for those who join the fantasy game, fantasy league on Locker. We're going to have some fun with that as well. So if you're in the area, Tri-State, Delaware, Philly, Jersey, New York, pull up on us today, man. Bar Anticipation, Lake Como. Salute to the 500+ people here in the building. As always, you already know, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Wipe them feet, break them thumbs on the way out. We will be active all day long today. And then I don't leave until you leave tonight.
I leave tonight.
So I know Mike will do probably a wrap up of the game tomorrow. I don't leave until tomorrow night, so I'll do either a Victory Monday or a Hangover Monday, and I'm hoping it's a Victory Monday.
That'll be a bad hangover.
Yeah, that'll be a bad hangover. So we'll be active all day long today, you guys, all tomorrow as well. So make sure you pull up on us. We're gonna be live from Hammer's channel, my channel, Mike's channel, Wasted channel. Pull up on us, rock with us. As always, man, we are out. Hopefully, when we see you guys, we are playing lights out, hair on fire, and we blow these Carolina Panthers out, man. Salute to you guys. We're gonna get the hell out of here. One.